Hey, welcome to another episode of Poolside Cooking. I'm your host, Clarence, Khalil, Neely, and today's episode is Making Major Moves. Today you're going to meet some of the greatest people in Hampton Roads doing just that, making major moves.
Let's sit by the poolside. The weather feels so good tonight. Sip on the red wine. Everything is so nice, yeah, it's time to settle down. Because right now we gon' take a dip, then we gon' sip, yeah. Poolside cooking, the flavor is right, eating all night, yeah. Poolside cooking, the taste with a smile on your face. Not a thing will go.
All right, today is an awesome day today. My God, the sun is out. I've got two of the most awesomest people in Hampton Roads right here in our presence of Poolside Cooking. Danita Hayes and Dominique Getz. Welcome to Poolside Cooking.
Thank you. We are so excited to be here.
All right. You know, our title of our show today is Making Major Moves. And when we were going through the list of people in the 757, you guys were at the top of that list.
Woo!
And you know, we said, well, we got to get in touch with them right away because there's a whole lot of things going on, and we like what you're doing. And you know, with the pandemic, you know, one of the things we discovered through the pandemic that it has been a blessing for some.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'll start with you, Danita. Tell us, what do you do? What's going on with Danita?
Well, I am a real estate broker. I own a real estate company, Victory Allegiance Realty. Dominic is my business partner, co-owner. We also own Wall Street Cafe. I also own Women Flip Houses too, which is what we do is we teach women how to flip homes.
Wow.
That's a new venture, but it's been very successful so far.
Wow.
And I also own a real estate investment company, Global Home Investors. So I am a serial entrepreneur. We love entrepreneurship, and that's what I do.
That's what I'm talking about. Let me ask you, Dominique. Now, how is it working with such a gorgeous young lady like this? I mean, you know, I had a awesome business partner, a couple of awesome business partners. I got a gorgeous business partner now, my boss, Gemlin. But let me ask you this: so how did that happen? How did that happen?
Man, this was a God move.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the easiest answer and probably the only answer that I can tell you honestly. I started off as a real estate agent under Danita some years ago.
Wow.
And then it was, I'm kind of give you the fast version. God had put something on my heart. So when she had called me and she was like, Dominic, I want to talk to you about something. I was like, I already know, let's do it.
Yeah.
And and she didn't have
like that?
Yeah.
She didn't even have an opportunity to tell me what it was. I knew what it was, and it was, you know, let's start a brokerage together. So we went from a brokerage, and then 2 years after that, God gave me the vision for the cafe. Sat down, talked to my wife about it. We sat down with Danita and her husband Chris, and here we are.
Yeah. So we're like brothers and sisters. I'm like his big sis. That's my little brother. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. Now, Wall Street Cafe. I love the name.
Me too. I love it.
And I hear, because Suffolk was kind of dry. You know, nobody goes to Suffolk.
Come on.
Now we got a place
city,
to go.
You know, I love my city.
Hold on. I don't need to talk about your city like that.
I love my city.
You know, but no, you all are bringing life to
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, where's Wall Street Cafe?
So Wall Street Cafe is located at 118 West Washington Street.
Okay.
Right downtown Suffolk.
Right downtown.
Right? Across the bridge from where I grew up at in Saratoga. All right.
Wow.
So right downtown, and I'm excited because it's home for me. All right. But also on that street, as a kid, and Danita, it's kind of hard for her to believe this, but I used to tell her stories that as a kid, I remember we walking into the backside of the businesses. We had to go through the back door, right? Now, I'm only 37 years old, so it's kind of hard for people to believe that in the 80s that was still happening in Suffolk. But in Suffolk, we still went through the back door to get inside some of these businesses. So the fact that we have a business and we own the building that we have our business in, cash, no mortgage on it, says that, you know, God has brought us a long way.
I love it.
We're excited about it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wall Street Cafe, and give us that address again one time.
118 West Washington Street.
We're going to make sure we run there. What are the hours?
So we open from 7 to 5:30, Monday through Thursday, and Friday we go from 7 to 6:30, and on Saturdays from 10 to 7.
Awesome. Now, I know there's going to be some room for some entertainment because I know Dawn.
Yes, entertainment. I'd love to know about the how you guys teach about finances.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm so excited about that. That's why I was like, me too. Like, I was so excited. So I almost like, you know, when you're talking about it, I couldn't hold it in because what you're doing to empower people on those levels. You know, you have this venue for artists, and you also have educational opportunities financially.
Absolutely.
So please tell us about those.
So I want to say that when people think about Wall Street Cafe, right, it's not just primarily Wall Street in New York, the New York Stock Exchange, right? It's really Wall Street in Greenwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which was Black Wall Street, right? And in the Haiti district of Durham, North Carolina. So we educate people on something that you're not being taught in the public school system. Nobody knows about Greenwood. Nobody knows about O.W. Gurley, J.B. Stratford. Those individuals that paved the way for us to do what we're doing.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And so we want to focus on not the bad thing that happened with Wall Street, but what they were able to accomplish as a group. And so that's why we promote group economics in the Black community. And
it's
just
the American dream.
Yeah.
And sorry to cut you off. It is.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everyone should be educated, and everyone should be involved, and everyone should have a shot and learn.
That's right.
That's right.
I absolutely adore and love you guys. Like, I'm so honored to be here and be with you guys.
Awesome.
That's amazing because when you study the Wall Street story, Black Wall Street story, you know, it's a sad story, but I like the fact that you guys are focusing on the positive end of it.
So it's actually an amazing story, right? It's the massacre, of course, that happened on May 31st, 1921. Yes, that's the sad part, right? But it's actually an amazing story when you realize that we own over 600 businesses, right? So you had 600 businesses. You're talking about acres, over hundreds of acres of land. You're talking about a people who thrived during the Jim Crow era, right? So while white America was in the Great Depression, we were thriving, and they just hated on us. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a sad story. It's sad that in America we don't want to talk about it, and we don't want to face the fact that what they tried to destroy. But you can't destroy us as a people. We are amazing people. So what we're doing and what you all are doing is basically what they paved the way for us to do, and that's to be business owners.
How can you outwork a slave and outthink a pyramid?
Come on, man. Come on,
That's
man.
it.
And who created it? And who created the pyramids? Come on, man. So we excited, and even when we have every opportunity to talk about it, we'll let people know that the massacre was, it is what it is, right? But you can't kill the people who have life living in their veins, right? So the fact that we know that God lives inside of us, it doesn't matter who you try to destroy physically. You can't stop what He's already ordained to happen, right? So we are excited that Wall Street Cafe right now is in Suffolk, but everywhere there's a Starbucks, there's going to be a Wall Street Cafe.
Absolutely.
Wall Street Cafe, Suffolk, Virginia. We've got Dominique Epps and Donita Hayes here with us today. These are power brokers. We call them power brokers.
Okay.
Major hitters here in Hampton Roads. And once again, we appreciate you guys that coming on Poolside Cooking.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you all
hope
so
to see you
much.
back
Thank
this
you.
summer by the pool.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
We did.
We can't wait.
We did.
All right.
We did.
Well, we're going to get over here to our chef and see what she's cooking up today. And before that, we got to pay some bills. We got to go to a commercial break.
Oh my goodness. So we are so fortunate to have Chef Chris here, who came on for our Thanksgiving show. She's from Chris Cuisine, spelled with a K, and she's making this marvelous dish that I smell already. So tell us about it.
So it's an honor to be back, and we are going to be presenting shrimp and scallop linguine, and we'll also have a nice salad because we're in the new year. So, you know, we have a lot of individuals that may not be able to partake in the carbs. So I want to be able to present.
Mindful of those resolutions.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it a lot.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, tell us about what you have here.
So what we're starting out with is olive oil. We have some garlic. We have some yellow and red peppers.
Okay.
And we're going to start to bring in our protein, our shrimp, and our scallops that have been marinated over a day. So for 24 hours. And then we also have our linguine that is bubbling right now.
Oh my goodness, we get to have a shrimp and scallop linguine dish. I mean, and she has her peppers and she has this nice, wonderful salad for us. I mean, we are so excited. So tell us more about this dish and how you got started.
Well, I actually started as a child. Learning from my grandmother, learning from my mother. My grandmother is from Mississippi. We all know about our southern roots. And she was one that made you start from the assembly line, you know,
Okay.
cutting up the cheese and cutting up, you know, different parts of the ingredients. But she would never tell you how to make it. So I had to study. And so I just kept studying every time I had to go visit her. And I just love cooking. It was just something that I had a talent for, and learning from my mother as well. And believe it or not, you know, I know she probably wouldn't like me saying this, but I'm a better cook than my mom. But needless to say, you know, we would go toe to toe in the kitchen. But I learned a lot from my mother and my grandmother, and that was the reason behind me getting into it. And you know, just being able to cook, you know, the holiday dishes for the family, and you know, getting requests and so forth, and just wanting to increase my craft on this talent.
You know, by the time you get requests, you know you're good. If someone's asking you, then maybe you need to think about that. That might be your field right there.
Yeah.
Chef Chris also has another job. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, I am a congressional staffer for our current Congresswoman Elaine Lloyd for District 2.
I mean, I love it. So you can do that, and you can express yourself creatively here and delight us with this dish that smells amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're
Thank
excited.
you.
I mean,
Thank you.
that shrimp looks so good. Those scallops, how you marinated it. Can I ask what you marinated it in?
So we actually marinated with some garlic,
Okay.
with some black pepper, and because we're dealing with an Italian dish, of course, Italian dressing to bring out those flavors.
Okay.
So
I love that tip.
yeah,
So if you're just
and cumin.
Stay
Sorry.
with the same thing. Stick with the same thing, so you can have a complete dish.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I
Right.
absolutely love it. And
Right.
again, the smells. I mean, you have the garlic flavor smelling, and the onions, and you know how that is with the peppers. And she's adding her protein. The scallops look amazing. So I just can't wait to eat. I see butter over there, y'all.
Yes. Yes. So again, I'm not heavy with the butter.
Okay.
But again, you know, mixing the butter with the olive oil.
Yeah, and butter's
Yes.
not bad because it helps satiate you. So
That
it's
is
not
correct.
bad. You need a little fat there.
Yeah, just a little.
Fat.
Just a little.
Yeah,
Just a little. Just a little.
So, Chef, tell me exactly what inspired this particular dish.
Well, I love to create in the lab, the kitchen. And so I know I definitely love seafood, and I love Italian food.
Okay.
And so I don't like to keep the kitchen boring. And so I was like, let me, you know, I had some linguine in the kitchen and I had some seafood. I was like, let me just combine the flavors together. And so the ingredients that you see with the tomatoes, the garlic, and the butter, the parsley and so forth, and the peppers, I had that in the kitchen.
Okay.
And it was like, let me just create it. So I'm always coming up with something new, always asking family to try it. And it's like, hey, when are you gonna make it again?
Oh my goodness, your
So,
family's lucky.
yes.
Okay, yes, and that's a real chef who can just make it come together, okay, with the right ingredients. Well, again, we can't wait to taste this dish.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow. So can I help you stir the spaghetti?
You sure can.
Okay, and this is the appropriate tool to go in.
Yeah.
You know, you have to ask the chef.
Yeah.
You know.
So don't stir too much. Just,
Okay.
you know, press in.
I'll press in.
Normally you would have tongs, but because I'm using the tongs.
Okay, so press it. So
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
good to know. Sometimes
Yes,
you don't
ma'am.
have everything, and
Yes.
you need to work with what you have.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
So I'll press that in there.
And the linguine is going to be al dente. So we're not going to make it, make sure that we have a little crunch
Okay.
and a little softness to it.
How long would you let this boil for?
Pretty much since we have it on high heat,
Okay.
I would say you're looking at about like 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, this right here, I'm getting to, okay, yeah, it's good. I'm sorry. I was going in my own zone. Luckily, I have Chef Chris here to help me through it because she's a professional. And I'm the sous chef, so I play my role, which is to help. So I got a little caught in the
You're doing
pasta
good.
here, but good. She gave me the all good.
You're
so
doing good.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just put that here. And okay, Chef, so is there anything else I can do?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
We're going to get ready to present, dishing it up, and then you can assist it.
Okay, great. So we're going to get ready to go to this break, and then I'm going to get ready to assist. Chef Chris, it's looking great. It's smelling great.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. I'm concerned that there's only 2 plates over there, so that means I'm missing a plate, y'all. I mean, I need my plate.
You will get a plate.
Okay, great.
You will get a plate.
We're ready to eat. Yes, and so the plate is looking so beautiful. We have this beautiful red color that is just saturated all into the scallops and the shrimp. And I'm sorry, like I'm a little bit losing it over here because I can't even keep it together, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm so hungry. It's smelling so good. And I mean, Chef has just put so much love in this plate, and you can see it. She's gonna top it off, I believe, with some parsley here.
That is correct.
And we also have, again, this beautiful salad right there. I cannot wait. But do you see this beautiful plate here that she has with the scallops and the shrimp? And oh, thank you for the little parsley there. That's going to be excellent. Just give us a nice little bite at the end and help refresh our palate as well as help with that digestion. So we need that. We need all those herbs, right?
Yes, ma'am. We
Yes,
do. We
please.
do.
This is all medicine right here.
It
you
is.
can say. Yeah.
It is. It
So
is.
I'm
It
so
is.
grateful that you came into the kitchen and you're delivering this beautiful dish to us.
Yes,
And,
ma'am.
Yeah. And I can't wait to dive into this too because you have blueberries and you have strawberries. She has tomatoes in here. She has red peppers and orange peppers.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry. Please tell us about your beautiful.
No, you just did it. And we have strawberries as well, and we have some fresh grapes, and we
Yes.
have some mixed greens as well as spinach.
Yeah, I mean everything in one bowl. So we're gonna eat really well today, y'all. This food looks amazing, Chef.
I'm glad you liked the presentation.
Yes, so now it's time to feed our guests.
Yes, please.
All right. And here you are. All right. Yes, you're more than welcome. Thank you. Enjoy. Ready to dig in. So we're delighted to have another guest. So let's go check out Clarence and see what he's doing over there.
All right, and we're back. And I tell you what, that food smells really good. I'm the one that never gets to eat. I guess Dominique and Danita, it sounds like they really enjoyed their food already. Did they enjoy that food?
They definitely did.
Oh my God. We want to thank Dominique and Danita for coming in from Wall Street Cafe. But right now, we've got one of 757 finest talking about power moves. Let me tell you something. One of the most important things in today's society is media. And owning media is even more important. And I have a young lady right now that actually owns her own radio station. Yes. Miss Rochelle. Hello, Rochelle. Welcome to Poolside.
Hello. Thank you for having me today. I'm very excited to be here.
My God. We've been trying to get you on the show for a while. We've been kind of missing each other's calls, playing phone tag, and finally we nailed you down because you're a very busy woman.
Yes, sir, I am.
You know, how did you start 94.7 The Link?
Well, how I started, I originally wasn't even thinking about doing a radio station, to be honest. And that stems from my DJing. I DJed a lot on the road. I DJed for a lot of different celebrities, so it's like I kind of seen how the industry ran, so it kind of ran me off.
Okay.
It's like I tell everybody the industry to me is the devil, and I don't say it to discourage anyone. I say it because it's very stressful. So I kind of stepped away from DJing for a while, and I started a cleaning business. Okay. My cleaning business picked up really well. It's called the Boom Squad Cleaning. I got really busy, so I needed an office. I got tired of my address being online. I didn't know when you register an LLC, it goes online.
It's public. So that's right.
People they started coming to my house, and I'm just like, how did you get my address? Right. And that's when I found out it was online. So moving forward, I actually started looking for a building, which is where I'm located at now. Ended up going in that room. I moved all my DJing stuff in because I kind of wanted to still do my DJing thing. I started setting up a table. He gave me a table. It was like a comfort size table. So I'm looking at it and I was like, what can I do with this? And I just so happened to have the little boom mics that you use for radio. So I set up two of those, and the way I set them up was one on this side and one on that side. I hooked up the microphone to it, so I'm looking at it, and I called one of my friends and I was like, I need you to come up here. So we're looking at it and we're like, this looks like a radio station. So we got the idea, we could start a radio station. And to me, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So, he got up there and we actually started plugging all of our stuff in, hooking everything up. And I sat there for a while and I was like, Rochelle, what you doing? You ain't about to do a radio station. Because back then that was my younger days. So I was inconsistent when it came to business. I would start something and I would stop it. Once I actually hooked up the radio station, I had to learn the system. I locked myself inside of the building for probably about 2 days straight. I came out to use the bathroom and get food. That was about it. Wow. And I sat there and I actually learned the system. The minute I actually learned the system is when I posted my ad saying that I was looking for radio personalities. And the minute I posted that ad, it was over. Like when I say it was over, like it was, I guess a lot of people don't do radio in Virginia. They do, but they don't. So I probably had the whole world contacting me. Wow. So that's how I started. And I tell everybody that God works in mysterious ways. I don't move without him because I wouldn't have thought that I would be here today. It comes to the point where I sometimes walk inside of my building and, I just look at my license, I look at everything and I just start smiling. And, my staff be like, what you smiling at? And I'm just like, this is amazing. To come from where I came from to where I am now, it's amazing. Like, I've been through a lot that a lot of people don't know about. So I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing.
Well, it's good to have you here. Yes. And, we talked, Dawn and I just are amazed at what you're doing over there in 94.7 The Link, and some of the incredible stuff you're doing. And not only that, but you're helping out independent artists, because how hard it is to get on radio.
Yes.
Okay, it's a battle to get on radio. And what you're doing is you're making it an opportunity because you got a strong listenership right now. As a matter of fact, I'm sure the big media conglomerates are looking at you like, oh my God, who is this girl? Yes. And I'm looking at you as the like I told you, the new Kathy Hughes. I mean, some of us can remember when Kathy came to the game years ago, and now she's own several radio stations and TV stations, and and then and I'm glad we can work on a partnership in terms of radio and TV and different things like that. I mean, this is where we're going in the future, and this is amazing. It's amazing. Dawn, what did you have to see? What you saw 94.7 The Link? What was your take?
I mean, I was just so awed by how you just started this business from scratch, and that you did it to help others, not only yourself, of course, but you did it so that other people could have this platform. And for me, that speaks volumes of what type of person and spirit you are, and just how, like Clarence said, you're going to thrive, you're going to go far, because your intention is there, and it's a good intention. It's a great intention. So I'm just excited to see where you're going to go from here, and I'm just really happy that you're here with us today.
Please
tell us about how we can get in touch with 94.7 The Link.
You almost got me wrong. Well, you can follow us on Instagram, 947 The Link. You can actually visit our website at 947thelink.com, and you can check us out on one of our new platforms that's through Intercom Communications, and that's radio.com, and you'll search 947 The Link.
That's 94.7 The Link. My God, thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
You are absolutely amazing, amazing story. We look forward to listening to 94.7 The Link. Well, again, that time goes by fast, Dawn. I tell you what, guys, it's another episode in the bag for Poolside Cooking, and we just want to thank all our sponsors. We want to thank everybody that supports us and advertises with us. Remember, you can visit us on the website at poolsidecooking.com and see us on Roku on the What's Poppin' channel and What's Poppin' Praise with the master, T. Jakes. We'll see you back here next week on Poolside Cooking.
Let's sit by the poolside. The weather feels so good tonight. Sip on the red wine. Everything is so nice, yeah, it's time to settle down, lay around and chill. Because right now we gon' take a dip, then we gon' sip, yeah. Poolside cooking, the flavor is right, eating all night, yeah. Poolside cooking, the taste with a smile on your face, not a thing will go